Welcome class 6th to your next chapter of final term, chapter 5, respiratory system in humans. All living organisms need energy for various physical and metabolic activities. Physical activities like reading, writing, walking, and metabolic activities happen inside your body like respiration, excretion. Now, this energy is obtained from the glucose in the absorbed food. That food has been absorbed in the intestines. It combines with oxygen and produces carbon dioxide, water, and energy. This process is called as respiration. It is a process which takes place only in living beings, a biochemical process. It involves taking in of oxygen from the atmosphere, then breakdown of food, that is glucose absorbed in the blood. Third step, release of energy and carbon dioxide, water vapor as waste matter. And then finally, carbon dioxide and water vapor are removed from the body. So the body obtains oxygen for this process through breathing. The human respiratory system. Lungs are the main respiratory organs. They are connected with the atmosphere through nose, pharynx, larynx, trachea, bronchi, and bronchioles. Humans have a well-developed respiratory system that is responsible for breathing in oxygen-rich air and breathing out carbon dioxide. The lungs are the main respiratory organs where exchange of gases takes place. The path through which the air travels to the lungs and back to the atmosphere is called the respiratory tract. It comprises the nose, that is nostrils, nasal cavity, pharynx, larynx, trachea, bronchi, which divides as bronchioles within the lungs, and finally alveolar sacs with alveoli, that is the air sacs, where finally exchange of gases occurs. The respiratory tract. Air enters the body through the nostrils. The nasal cavity or the nostrils is lined with hair, fine hairs which trap the fine dust particles present in the inhaled air, as well as the inside of the nose is covered by a sticky fluid called mucus. Dust particles and germs stick to the mucus and are prevented from entering the lungs. So we should breathe only through the nose, as the inhaled air is cleaned by the long nasal passage, as well as the air is brought to the body temperature through this long nasal passage, and from the nose the inhaled air enters the pharynx. Pharynx is the region behind the nose and mouth leading down to the throat. The lower portion of the pharynx leads to the larynx, also the voice box, that vibrate with the passage of air and produce sounds when we talk. The larynx leads to the windpipe or trachea. The trachea further divides into two branches called bronchi inside the chest. Bronchi. The two branching tubes of trachea are called bronchi. Each bronchus leads into a lung where it branches repeatedly into smaller branches called bronchioles. Lungs. There is a pair of lungs, one left and one right. The left lung is two-lobed, while the right lung is three-lobed. Each lung is a spongy bag-like structure covered by a pleural membrane. In between the two pleural membranes, there is a fluid called pleural fluid. It keeps the surface of the lungs moist for easy diffusion of oxygen and carbon dioxide. The lungs are protected by the rib cage above. Below the lungs is a muscular sheet called diaphragm. The contraction and relaxation of diaphragm plays an important role in breathing. Alveoli at the end of the bronchioles are microscopic air sacs called alveolar sacs. Each air sac has a group of alveoli, singular alveolus. The thin walls of the alveoli are richly supplied with blood capillaries. There are millions of alveoli in each lung. The total surface area of all the alveoli is about 80 square meters, equivalent to a tennis court. Now, when we are swallowing food, the passage to the windpipe is closed by a flap-like tissue behind the tongue called epiglottis, so that food doesn't enter the windpipe and cause choking. Alveoli present a large surface area for exchange of gases. The surface of alveoli is covered with a fine network of blood capillaries. When we breathe in, these alveoli get filled with oxygen-rich air, and oxygen from here enters the blood capillaries, and carbon dioxide from blood enters into the air sacs to be exhaled. So this is about the respiratory system in human beings. In the next video, we are going to talk about the process of respiration. That's it for right now. Thank you.